I interviewed two teachers at my school. One is Mr. Hugh, and the other one is Miss Hua. Mr. Hugh is one of the English teachers. He has 2 years of teaching experience. Before that, he was working for a textile company. And then the second teacher is Miss Hua. She's been teaching for 20 years. In the first 15 years, she's been teaching at secondary school. In the last 5 years recently, it's been at Dinbolin Primary School. I asked Mr. Hugh about how he plans his lessons and if he sets any goals. But the important question was that I asked him was if he did any extra time to develop himself to become more professional. But he told me that he doesn't have time to do any of it because the pay at the school isn't enough for him to support his family, so he has to do extra tutoring on the side. So there isn't much time to dedicate for self-improvement. Miss Hua, she's told me that she's been doing it for 20 years, so she's been getting used to teaching grammar. But when it comes to speaking, she really doesn't have much of a plan to speak. That's why they hire foreign teachers like myself and two other gentlemen to teach the speaking portion. But since she's been doing it for 20 years teaching grammar, she writes notes and just recycles her material. Once in a while now, she starts using videos from YouTube, or she collaborates with her friends from other schools. So, yeah, so these will be the two videos I'll be playing. So, the first one will be Mr. Hugh. Okay, so my question is, how do you usually plan for your lesson?
Okay, every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should plan every day.
Yeah, how long does it take you?
About 1 hour for the at home.
Yeah, and what do you usually do to plan it?
Well, we should take a look on the book, and we have the lesson plan, the document, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. How much of your planning comes from the book?
How much you
Yeah, yeah. How much? Like 50%, 90%,
yeah, 50.
like 50?
50%, yeah.
Do you find other materials from the internet or from friends when you plan your lessons?
Yes, we have to. We have to prepare the another document from the internet also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a video, song, and something like that.
Does the school expect to see your lesson plan?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. How often do they expect to see it?
Yeah, they will check 4 per year, 4 times per year.
4 times per year.
Yes.
And when usually?
Around, that's mean on October, on December, on March, and another at the end of the year, like on May. In May, yeah, in May.
Okay.
In May, yeah.
Do you set any goals for your students to know by the end of the semester?
The semester?
At the end of the semester,
Yeah.
when close to when they're about to take their test,
Yes.
do you set any goals, like anything that you want them to know by test time?
Just no, just like it's not really direct. It's not really exactly. It's not really exactly. Just estimate.
Estimate.
Yeah.
Like, do you look in the book and say that you want your students to finish this many units by the test time? Do you set that goal? Do you set that goal when you plan your lesson?
Set that goal. Yes, they have to know. We should. I should set the goal that they have to know the word, the lesson. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know what goals to set?
Uh,
When you look at the book, when
okay,
you look
so
when you look at the book,
look at the book and we will check if they do the right thing or not.
mhm.
If they finish the exercise, if you understand the lesson or not. Right.
Do you write anything down to improve your lessons for next time?
Yes, of course.
What do you usually write?
The right you
Yeah, what do you usually write in it and to improve your lesson next time?
I usually that something not finished or something I have to improve myself or the student need to improve. So for the next periods I have maybe to help them help them. That's me only help myself also. Yeah.
So you just take notes.
Take note. Yeah.
Take notes on what you're missing to teach,
Yes.
or do you take notes to improve yourself for the next lesson?
Okay, so but sometime I forgot it, and I know that in the lesson I'm missing something or I miss something or I need to improve something, so I remember it in my mind. Yeah.
So you don't write as often.
Yeah. Sometime
Okay.
I write, sometime not.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do to check the students' learning?
To check.
Yeah. What do you do to check to know that they're learning?
Okay, so let them do the exercise and practice something like direction or some practice some work or give them some question to us themselves, us together, or practice with the teacher. Yeah, I think.
Does it work a lot? Does it work all the time for you that they?
No, it's not all the time. Is
All
it?
the time.
Just sometimes.
But how do you know which students are very good and which students are very weak still?
Yeah, during the lesson I can see because when I ask them question, they raise their hand, they raise their hand, they can answer the question and they understand what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And do you write this into your notes?
Yes, I know.
So you just
No, I'm not right. I don't write. I don't write it down, but I remember.
Mm.
Yeah.
And your lesson plans are always in your head. You already know what to think of for the next lesson. Do you ever write anything down for the lesson?
Yeah, I sometimes and it's because maybe I'm a new teacher.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
so I have to write down something that I miss in the lesson, or something it's not good in the lesson, and I have to improve. Yeah, and I think I need some more experience in teaching because this is the second year. Yeah, this is for me. This is the second year I teach here, so I need some more experience. But
No. Okay.
and sometimes I learn about some another teacher also. Yes.
Okay.